entertainment value when you go with the windmill jam.
Yeah, rim shaker and Steve a wrist breaker.
Tutti ragazzi, io sono Godrop, in questo nuovo video siamo su NBA 2K15. Ascoltiamo questi tizi. Noi siamo i Chicago Bulls contro i Houston Rockets. Derrick Rose, Jimmy Butler, Mike Downey, Paul Gasol, Joachim qualcosa.
Shaq, you gotta love the way Joachim Noah plays the game of basketball, and he's got obviously athleticism in his blood. His dad, a tennis player, a grandfather, a soccer player.
Two teams, two conferences. It's a road game for the Rockets, and Houston is going to play Texas big. I'd like to welcome you to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan joining me, Clark Kellogg, Steve Curry, courtside, taking a look at Chicago. And you look at this team, 12 games off the lead, but certainly a team that's won its share of games.
Well, there's no place like home, Kevin. It's always nice to be in familiar surroundings, around those that cheer for you, your family and friends. And home is home. There's no place like it.
Well, you're sleeping in your own bed. You're not flying into a new city and landing at 3 o'clock in the morning.
No, c'è nulla palla.
So you're much more comfortable.
Boom.
And, you've got to take advantage of that and win some home games.
Derrick Rose, patinazione.
Brought to you by Gatorade.
C'è canestro. Anche replay, recupero di palla, contropiede. Canestro su contropiede.
Derrick Rose has always had an effective floater. It's a must-have
No,
shot
subito un
for any
canestro a 3
point.
punti.
He said he developed it on the playgrounds of Southside Chicago. He didn't call fouls, so you just had to find a way to get your shot off before the contact.
Ci vogliamo anche noi.
James Harden getting it to go from deep. There's the bucket. Good.
How about that? They respond to a three-pointer with a quick three of their own.
Yeah, terrific. Great back-and-forth sequence right there.
Now, here is Harden. He's coming off a 22-point game against San Antonio. Jones, the pass to Harden. And he banks in the layup. Harden's got his second basket of the night.
Looks like he might be on his game today, Clark.
And here are the Bulls now. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And it was the role players in that game, Kevin, that really led the charge. You know, the guys who normally don't score a lot, they came in and really contributed.
A total team performance, Steve, the kind you need if you're going to win on the opponent's home floor.
Here's Terry after Pau Gasol's bucket. It's Harden with the drive, and Gasol sends it back. Outside Rose. Gasol against Jones. Second chance shot. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And the defense looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Yeah, I like that. A foul to save the layup. Make him earn it at the line.
Pau Gasol over the last few seasons dealing with a number of lower body injuries. Knee tendonitis, plantar fasciitis, groin, toe. I'll tell you, Kobe had suggested him to try to really slim down to lessen the pressure on his joints.
And Pau never really the burly type, but for 7-footers, getting as wide as possible can really reduce the pounding on those joints.
Yeah, it does. They say every 5 pounds takes some significant wear and tear off your joints. And we've certainly seen that be effective for Tim Duncan. He's leaned up considerably, and Pau able to play both power forward and center. I think the lighter weight will serve him well. 4 or 5 shots have dropped for them already. Not a bad way to get things started.
Terry kicks to Harden. Terry against Rose. Jones with the screen on Butler. Here's Harden. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense has given him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
James Harden with the most famous beard in the NBA. In fact, he leaves his barber in charge of trimming it, so you can give him all the credit, or maybe the blame, depending on how you look at it.
Now Harden, following the 3-point attempt by Derrick Rose. Howard setting the pick for Terry. It's Harden with the drive, loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Harden's got 10 points in the game. Chicago leading. In Harden, a relatively quiet demeanor. Some have even said moody, but clearly he's embraced his new leading role in Houston.
And he said as much himself. He looks at the Rockets as his team, and you can see it in his demeanor on the court. With that leadership comes responsibility, and I think he's ready to continue to step into that.
Rose, good. 10 points for him.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Rockets trail by 3. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Yes, a bit ago, Kevin McHale and I were able to catch up. I asked him what he'd most like to see from his team today, and he told me we'd really like to keep Pau Gasol under wraps in this one. He went on to explain that Gasol can take over games with his efficiency on the offensive end, and the key to their win will be getting a hand in his face every time. Guys?
Thanks, Doris. And Prigioni kicks to Harden. From 13 feet, it goes down. Harden's got 12 points in the game.
He's looking pretty confident out there. I mean, 5 of 7 so far from the field. He's feeling it.
Lets a floater go. That drops. 1:53 left to play here in the first. Prigioni dishes to Howard. Beyond the arc. And another 3 for Houston.
Now they're not showing too much respect for him defensively, are they?
For the Houston Rockets, they come in off the loss to the Spurs in San Antonio.
They had major problems at the charity stripe in that game. It was interesting. They just could not make free throws.
Yeah, and that's frustrating to watch, especially on the road where your opportunities at the line tend to be a little more sparse than when you're at home. Boy, you've got to cash in on them.
Howard with a screen on Brooks. Harden with it. Now guarded by Mirotic. Just 5 on the clock. Harden no good. Bulls have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Gasol drives in. Heinrich outside. Takes a 3. The Rockets pull it in. Last time they met in Houston.
And they really got after it defensively throughout that entire game. All the turnovers they forced tell that story.
Yeah, and that was a major factor, Steve. I mean, the more turnovers they cause, the more they seem to rattle those guys.
Joey Dorsey's checked in for Houston. Brewer comes in for James Harden. And Prigioni kicks to Dorsey. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. It's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fellas.
To the wing on the left. Heinrich kicks to Brooks. From downtown. Shot is no good. So Houston will take it the other way. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Ariza has the open look, and they will fall over the back on the play.
Not much doubt about that over-the-back call.
Yeah, he was all over his back that time. Looked like he was going for a piggyback ride.
Chicago trailing here. Gibson passes to Heinrich. Brooks dishes to Mirotic. And he drops it in from the low post.
Boy, this game is off to a terrific start.
No doubt. On both sides, high-octane offense.
Here's Prigioni. Nice D from Brooks.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Releases. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so the first quarter comes to a close. Both teams scoring well, but it's all tied up. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this.
Next Wednesday, April 15th.
And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. Looking at what we've seen for the Bulls, what do you guys think?
I was impressed with their transition game, guys. They really got out and ran the lanes.
Yeah, they did. I mean, no better way to get easy buckets than through fast breaks.
Mirotic Clark, the first ever 2-time winner of the EuroLeague Rising Star Award. Certainly one of the most accomplished European prospects to enter the NBA in quite some time.
And you know, Kevin, his game has been compared to Dirk Nowitzki or Danilo Gallinari, and both of those guys are pretty versatile, high-quality, highly skilled players. So Mirotic A stretch power forward with really good intangibles, too.
Inside, Gibson and Noah. Jimmy Butler is out there with Heinrich, and it's Dunleavy in at the small forward. That's the Bulls 5 as they get into the second quarter. Heinrich against Terry. The drive by Noah. And Jones sends it back. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. And the call will be against Joakim Noah. That's his first foul.
And Mirotic, tremendously skilled for a player of his size, able to pass, handle, shoots it with range, and I think he has the toughness to complement that skill level as well.
Bulls making a switch here. Rose is checked in, and a change for the Rockets. Harden's checked in. Rose with the ball. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Heat in Miami. Dunleavy kicks to Rose from deep. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
And Mirotic has a nice touch inside. I mean, he's developed a post-game to complement a really good outside shot. It'll be interesting to see how he's able to be most effective in the NBA. Boy, that's some physical basketball out there. I'm glad I'm not in the middle of that. A hard pick and an assault on the bucket.
Old school stuff there.
Yeah, there was a lot to like on that play.
Houston making a switch here. Howard's checked in. Here's Harden on the wing. Defended by Butler. Harden dishes to Howard. Houston moving it around. Here's Brewer. Off target with his three. Bulls trail by 6. Here's Dunleavy. Banked in off the glass. Dunleavy's got his first bucket in this one.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should really continue to work it down low, Clark. That's really going to free up the rest of their offense.
Howard against Noah. Another shot. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
That's a shot that he sometimes struggles with, but you can't fault him for taking it when the defense backs off like that.
There's Rose with the 3. Brewer with the rebound. Brewer's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter. The Rockets, of course, at the forefront or vanguard as far as advanced analytics go. Some in the NBA have scoffed, but hey, they're doing something right.
Rose goes in. Pass to Gibson. Back to Rose. And there's the 3-second violation. And with this break in the action, let's look now in on who among the NBA's shooting guards have the most thefts in the second half of the season so far. 4th, James Harden.
And both the hand speed and general quickness of the players on that list are outstanding. I mean, those are the qualities you need to be an effective perimeter defender.
Well, the 2-guard position is where we often find a team's best defender, and that's definitely the case with these guys. Every one of their teams leans on them heavily at the defensive end.
Chicago making some changes. Mirotic is checked in for Noah, and Brooks subbed in for Dunleavy. Rockets leading by 4. It's Harden with the drive. Terry. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
The feed to Brooks. Stolen by Harden. And now here comes Terry leading the break. Here's Brewer. And he makes good on the layup. And it's an 8-point Houston lead.